drowning in the deepness. All this and clapping, always stayed away from it. Don't make sense to see these other people chasing it. You've only got one life, so why the you're wasting it? Fam, it's basic, so you better get your head straight. They sound the same like a template. Times lethal, stand for my people like Salvador Allende. But I keep it popping till my pen breaks. Yo, it's that time, man, hit the fire, and I T-Wilder hit the set pace. We're getting nearer to the end game. Years of bad habits, I'll be damaging my membrane. I'm trying to find a peace, tiptoeing on these greasy streets. So please believe me, it's easy to slip behind. Invest myself in my lyrics, cause this is my life. So stick in the beat and keep it tight when I'm gripping up mic. And yo, that's why.
Well, there's always a little extra motivation for a team playing in front of their home fans. And the Heat definitely looked motivated as they came into the building. The brilliant blue water of Miami Beach glistening from above on a beautiful day here in South Florida. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. All right, a chance to check out stats for Watanabe.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thank you. Last season, Bam Adebayo signed that 5-year max extension, the richest contract in Miami Heat franchise history. He said of this team, they're going to push you no matter what. Whether you've got $160 million or you've got 1.5, we all get treated the same, and that's what I love about this organization. Kevin?
Good story. Hard work does pay off, David. Thank you so much. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. Khem Birch is out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Watanabe in at the small forward position. And for the Heat, Lowry and Hero are the guard set. Butler and Tucker up in the forward spots. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Lowry against Van Vliet. The pass to Trent. Cans the shot with nobody near him. On offense, here are the Heat. Now Lowry shoots over Van Vliet. Siakam pulls it in. Down low. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. And Tucker kicks to Butler. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Driving inside. Shot's good by Watanabe.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Pass to Trent. Three-pointer. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Trent's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Lowry inside the line. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I tell you, this guy just loves having the ball in his hands. And why not when Lowry can make moves like that?
Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. And Butler sends it back. Passes it to Tucker. Good ball movement here by Miami. Hero from long range. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
Trent with it. Lowry picks him up. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. He's been up, and the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
On defense, Miami. Trent passes to Van Vliet. And again, Toronto no up.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And really hard to find more intense players than Jimmy Butler. This guy is 100% focused on winning at all times. One of the ultimate competitors in our league.
Here's Lowry following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. Going inside, and the layup is good. Van Vliet's got his second bucket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The pass to Hero. Again, the miss by the Heat. And with Butler and his intensity, Greg, it's a perfect fit for him in Miami.
And yeah, it can rub some players the wrong way, but it goes hand in hand with the culture here. Hard to imagine Butler on a team other than Miami. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now a timeout called by Miami. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. To the middle. Butler kicks to Adebayo. Pass to Hero. Three-pointer, Butler drops in the tray.
Boy, great rhythm on the jumper. Every year, Butler gains more and more confidence in that catch-and-shoot game.
And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Van Vliet finds Birch. Back to Van Vliet. A floater.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Butler passes to Hero. Lowry from outside. No good on the shot. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Now, here's Trent. He's covered by Hero. Here's Van Vliet. Rebounded by Tucker.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Hero from long range. After leading by 7. Inside, Van Vliet. And he uses the glass on the layup. Van Vliet's got 6.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Three-pointer, Lowry. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
Listen, this guy's so dangerous from beyond the arc. Kyle Lowry has always been a knockdown three-point shooter.
Siakam kicks to Trent. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Here's Lowry. No good on that one. So the Raptors will take it the other way. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other, as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
And the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. Expect this first one to be extremely spirited, with each side trying desperately to send a message early.
Three-pointer, Butler. The Heat with a fresh 14. Here's the 3. Hero, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Van Vliet outside. A 3-ball. And it's Miami with the rebound. Pass to Tucker. Dishes it to Butler. And Tucker kicks to Lowry. Nailed from three-point land. Lowry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, this is a quality decision maker in Kyle Lowry. Catch and shoot, no problem.
That one drops for him. 8 points for Fred Van Vliet.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And the Heat with some changes. Robinson comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Teague in for Kyle Lowry. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Toronto. Van Vliet against Teague. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Trying to get open is Butler. Siakam pulls it in. Toronto leading by 5. Trent passes to Watanabe. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Watanabe's got 5 now.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Teague for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Trent finds Van Vliet. And Butler sends it back.
Terrific anticipation. Butler reads that play, sends it back.
Hero from long range. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And Vliet on the wing. Trying his luck from deep. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Van Vliet. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Okay, Thaddeus Young showing off that big-time ability to stretch the defense. How about that, Kev?
Wasted no time on that one. Butler's got his second basket of the game.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
They double-team Siakam. And stolen by Butler. Siakam pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
To the inside. Robinson with the block. Right side, Butler. Pulls up. Robinson, that's good.
Timeout.
Now just a 1-point Raptor lead.
If you make a mistake against Jimmy Butler, this guy will find a way to make you pay. Pretty pass.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Some changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Barnes in for Watanabe. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. And there's the drive. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Passes it to Strus. Robinson for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. On its way from Young for 2. The shot misses. And the Heat going the other way now. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Teague for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes with it. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Count it. Trent's got 9.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Van Vliet against Teague. Dedmon dishes to Robinson. Releases from the wing and drills it. He has 7. Here's Van Vliet. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Boucher up top. Barnes right side. Dedmon with the block. Teague against Van Vliet. Jacks up a 3. It's Butler that time on the assist by Teague. And it's 9 points for Butler.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
There's the pass to Young. And that one, good.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
Teague the pass to Robinson. Young with the steal. And here's Barnes for three. And again, Toronto with the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
The Heat trail by 5. Pass to Butler. Heat moving the ball around. Dedmon kicks to Robinson. Will it go? Sinks the three-pointer.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Van Vliet looking around. Miami grabs the miss. Butler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Strus. That's tipped. Here's Barnes. He has 5. From deep. Here's Young. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here at FTX Arena. And selected 13th back in 2019, Tyler Hero, highly valued by this Miami Heat franchise.
Had a great opportunity from really day one. You know, coaches and my teammates all trust me. It's just the beginning, just continue to get better. It's a long season, a long road ahead.
He's right. Still just getting started, but many feel his upside is special.
Well, I mean, he's never been intimidated by this level. Tremendous confidence in his abilities, and that's a great foundation.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Heat, we've got Dwayne Dedmon, Duncan Robinson out there with Butler. Then there's Teague, and it's Strus in at the shooting guard. Dedmon with the block, and he recovers it. Van Vliet passes to Boucher.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power, hammering
Down the two-hand slam. Back to Robinson. Outside Teague. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors leading by 7. And Doris, though he's getting the press for his scoring, and he's been prolific, Van Vliet's defense is equally as impressive.
My goodness, great instincts. Rarely fooled. You can't trick him. Quick feet, strength in the post. You see guys try to take advantage of his lack of size. He won't have it.
A nice shot by Teague.
Well, this to me is one of the best aspects of Teague's game. He is an exceptional catch-and-shoot guy.
Here's Barnes. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Well, listen, dunking is not just for the bigs, right? How about your point guard, Jeff Teague, finishing with authority? Nice.
Here's Van Vliet. An easy 2 points on the layup. Van Vliet's got 13.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Teague. He's got 8. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
hits the three-point bomb. Strus has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Van Vliet kicks to Boucher. Trent with it. Edmonds there. Boucher finds Barnes. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Greg, you know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
Some changes. Adebayo is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. P.J. Tucker comes in for Butler. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Jeff Teague. Ken Burks is checked in for Toronto. Now, here's Tucker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Puts it up from 12. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Toronto. They've led by as much as 10.
Well, this is an important part of his offense. We know Van Vliet can knock down big-time shots, but what a pretty pass right there.
Now, here is Lowry. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Here's Barnes. He knocking down the tray. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
The Raptors making a switch here. Watanabe's checked in. Pass to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Lets the three fly. It's not going to go for him. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And Vliet on the wing. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, I mean, listen, Fred Van Vliet, you can practically close his eyes. That's how comfortable he is out on the arc.
Robinson on the wing. Strus passes to Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Lowry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa. And you look at Lowry's numbers, remarkably similar, Dors year after year after year.
Yeah, this guy has polished skills at both ends of the floor. He has seen absolutely everything you can see in the regular season or in the playoffs. Kyle Lowry is emerging as a mentor to younger guys in the NBA.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. And so Lowry nails both of them.
And maybe we don't talk enough about what a great teammate Lowry is. Passionate, he leads by example, and always vocal.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After their trip to the NBA Finals in 2020, Miami Heat is looking to get back to that championship round. Jimmy Butler says, we know what we're capable of. We want to get back to the finals. We can get back there. I like our chances against anybody, honestly. Nobody intimidates us. Kevin?
What a great attitude. They've shown they can compete at the highest level, David. Thank you. Watanabe. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And now it's a 9-point Toronto lead. When Lowry won gold in 2016, the U.S. team coaches had very high praise.
Yeah, you can call him their unsung hero. The best team player out of anybody. This guy shows emotion, and guys feed off his energy. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside for Robinson. Shot to stop the run. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Drains it from beyond the arc. And that's 13 points for Kyle Lowry.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
Van Vliet, right side. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Lowry kicks to Adebayo. Robinson for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Watanabe. Robinson pulls it in. The Heat trail by 10. And Lowry has it in the corner. And there's the pass to Strus. Robinson for 3. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Lowry against Van Vliet. Floats one. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
And Miami making a change here. Hero's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Young's checked in for Kem Birch.
Just for this trip to the line, I'll call him by his full name. Frederick Edmund Van Vliet Sr. Had to get that in there. Now we can just go back to Freddie V.
Siakam outside. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Strus passes to Hero. Here's Strus from past the arc. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss. Van Vliet's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
With that kind of contact, the officials are going to blow their whistle. A really good job by Kyle to convert through contact.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Here's Young. And Young slams it home.
Oh, my goodness. Exceptional speed, outrageous athleticism. Thaddeus Young doing work.
Hero kicks to Lowry. That 3 off the mark. Raptors leading by 8. Watanabe passes to Young. And it's Young finishing it off.
Boy, how about the strength by Thaddeus Young on that dunk? My goodness gracious.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
Here's Van Vliet. 27 points for him. Young with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. Pass to Watanabe. He feeds it to Barnes. Shoots over Hero. Barnes can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 10. Right wing. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Strus has got 9 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Siakam. 8 points his last outing. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Adebayo against Siakam. Here's Strus. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists tonight.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Hero passes to Adebayo. Misses the three. Stolen by Tucker. Kicks it to Lowry. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Miami trailing. To the paint. Good ball movement here by Miami. For the three. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Now here's Van Vliet. Here's the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And look how crafty Van Vliet is on these drives. Just daring the defense to get physical with it.
And some changes here for the Heat. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Adebayo. Jimmy Butler comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Teagan for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Raptors, Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Trent subbed in for Barnes.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Fires it up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. He's got 14.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now, here's Boucher. Dedmon defending.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now Van Vliet. Jeff Teague missing from long range. Van Vliet passes to Boucher.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Raptors have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The kick out to Teague. Cans it from downtown. Teague's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. 2 here in the second.
Van Vliet outside. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that. Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Van Vliet's got 31 points. Hero passes to Butler. Shoots the 3. And that one is off. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Such a wide open look. Now it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Hero from long range. Toronto grabs the miss. Van Vliet on the wing. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, this guy is cooking right now. Fred Van Vliet has found his rhythm, and the defense better step up here.
Butler from outside. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Toronto Raptors going into the break with a 10-point lead. And their 3-point shooting has paved the way for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to change in the second half?
Well, the most important thing is taking care of the ball. You know, we have to get shots against this team. They do such a great job of taking care of the ball, possession game. We had, 3 or 4 sloppy ones, gave us some life.
Thanks for your time, Spo. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. They really poured it on in the second quarter, building the lead to 10 points. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. Because we all know scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
Looking at Miami, Shaq, your thoughts?
Their perimeter defense was lackluster, to say the least. Shooters were getting open shots. Guys were wide open. I mean, right now, I can walk up the set in shoes, in a suit, and get 3 threes wide open and knock them down on that defense.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Fred VanVleet has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. So for Toronto right now, guard spots filled by VanVleet and Trent. Siakam is out there with Khem Birch. And it's Watanabe in at the 3. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, Mr. Siakam can elevate well above the rim. Nicely done.
Adebayo kicks to Lowry. Heat moving the ball around. Hero, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the former Kentucky Wildcat, Tyler Hero, he was picked 13th, Greg, in the 2019 draft, and he had an immediate impact.
And you feel a lot of teams didn't see how NBA ready Hero was. Underrated as a playmaker coming into the league. He's been a huge part of this team since his arrival.
Here's Birch. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Right side Lowry. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Trent's got 4 rebounds in this game.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Birch kicks to Siakam. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Butler finds Adebayo. Back to Butler. Outside Lowry. Hero with it. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist in this one. Raptors leading by 13. Trent passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. The shot by Lowry, no good. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Butler from outside. And the Heat, another 3.
Now, Jimmy Butler has proven to be capable from any spot on the floor. Puts the 3 down there.
Watanabe. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
You know, you love it when he plays big. Overpowering move right there.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Van Vliet finds Birch, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Lowry for three. Cranes the three-pointer. Lowry's got 19 points.
And they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Trent. The tray. And another assist for him.
Timeout. That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Timeout called, the Heat. Fred Van Vliet really making a difference here.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Robinson's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Toronto also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. And here is Hero. He has 6 over Barnes. Hero, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Siakam. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat trail by 16. Lowry kicks to Butler. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists now in the game. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
And they'll get another chance. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. From deep, Adebayo. Rebound by the Raptors. Trent's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Passes it to Barnes. The high post shot, and he gets the jumper to drop. Barnes has got 14 points for the game.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Now the pass to Lowry. Now here is Robinson. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Achua, he's checked in for Kem Birch. And here are the Raptors now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. Now Trent. He's got 20. 14 feet away. Here's Achua. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat trail by 12. Hero with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. They get it back. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. 13 points in the game. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Trent. The 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
And Adebayo sends it back. Outside Lowry. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And so Miami again turning it over.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And some changes here for the Heat. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Butler. And it's Teague in for Kyle Lowry. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Sinks the triple.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Teague for 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And it's good for 2. And that's 18 points for Barnes.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Robinson misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've also jumped at every chance to attack the basket tonight. Just terrific penetration.
And the Heat making a change here. Strus is checked in. Robinson for 3. It's good from long range. Robinson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Heat. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Edmond passes to Strus. Outside Robinson. Outside Teague. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Teague's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, the ability to stretch the defense from distance. Jeff Teague has it. He squares it up and releases quickly.
Robinson left side. And finished off by Robinson.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's got 13. Robinson dishes to Dedmon. And here's Adebayo outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Van Vliet. And here's Boucher. Passes to Van Vliet. Now, here's Trent. D right on him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's foul number 2 for him. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Toronto. Barnes outside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Heroes checked in for Miami. And Toronto also making a switch. Watanabe's checked in for Trent. Now here is Robinson. He's got 27.
And terrific to see Adebayo putting up big numbers. He's continuing to grow as a scorer.
Teague against Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Hero. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Robinson for 3. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 5 assists tonight.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now here's Barnes. 23 points in the game. The kick out to Young. Good on the triple. Young's got 14.
Why does Thad Young shoot a high percentage? Because he's smart and confident shooting and catch-and-shoot situations.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Raptors leading by 11. Here's Watanabe. And again, Toronto with the triple.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Hero passes to Dedmon. T kicks to Robinson. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Robinson's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
The pass to Boucher. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Teague finds Dedmon. Good ball movement here by the Heat. There's Hero with the three, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Barnes. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Barnes has got 25 points in the game.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Watanabe passes to Barnes. Now Boucher. He's guarded by Adebayo.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors. 13 points up at the end of the period. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. We come back right after this. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Get this next bucket. You got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Greg urging his team to go on a run here.
I mean, they have what it takes, and Coach mode right now, just trying to spark a fire in his group.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Teague out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Robinson in at the 3, the small forward. Tries again, Dedmon with the block. Outside Robinson, Hero passes to Dedmon. Hero the bounce pass. From outside the arc, he doesn't hit that one, and Toronto will go the other way with it. Here's Mikhailuk. Count it from 12. Mikhailuk's got his first bucket in this one.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Toronto. Leading by 12. And that one drops. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Tucker finds Robinson. Launches it, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist in the game.
All night, he just won't let up.
Van Vliet outside. Here's Young. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Raptors lead by 13.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The Heat making a switch here. Lowry's checked in, and Toronto making a change here. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Can't hit that one. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Trent. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Robinson dishes to Dedmon. Robinson kicks to Lowry. Miami no good on that time either.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
There's Hero with the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Young's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From deep. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
To stop the run. Miami no good on that time either.
And boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
The shot by Birch, no good.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
And tenacious play there from Hero in the paint, refusing to let the foul hold back his shot.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in. For Robinson. Raptors leading by 16. From deep 3-point range and out of bounds is the Heat gain possession. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Tucker the pass to Dedmon, outside for Lowry. Heat moving the ball around. Shots good by Butler.
I'll tell you, absolutely relentless tonight. The sustained effort from Jimmy Butler. He's getting a ton of looks.
For three, Van Vliet. They get it again. Pass to Young. Van Vliet with it. Now recovering. And again, Toronto no.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Butler on the way. Pass to Hero. Now Lowry shoots over Van Vliet, and it's off. The back rim, no good.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
The shot by no good. The Heat trail by 13. Butler goes in, and he slams it down right on the top of Thaddeus.
Oh, how about the talent, the creativity. Butler with the highlight reel attack.
And now another look at that. Mobile one block defensive performance.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run. Here.
To the inside. Dedmon kicks to Hero. Lowry for three, and the Heat another three.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Here's Watanabe. A new 14 for the Raptors. From deep. And it's Kyle Lowry. With the rebound. Lowry's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Tucker. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Tucker's got his first points of the game.
So just reliable enough from the mid-range, right? Tucker forcing the defense to keep an eye on him.
Toronto calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, nice finish from that point. Kyle Lowry's got a ton of ways to score once he gets into that painted area.
Floats one up, and Van Vliet lays it in. Van Vliet's got 36.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Shot is good, and the Toronto lead has got back down to 4 with the made basket from Butler.
Boy, Butler took a pretty good hit there, but has the strength and the coordination to finish it. That's pretty.
Here's Watanabe, defended by Butler. Offensive rebound, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the first one drops.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And it's Butler missing. And so it's Young who brings it up for Toronto. from deep three-point range and out of bounds. The Heat gain possession. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 16-4 run right now. This is it to Hero. Back to Lowry. A three. And the Heat, another three.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And it's Miami. With the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Basket counts. Now just a 1-point Raptor lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Shots good from Young.
This young man has got a well-deserved reputation for being selfless, and Thad Young making it about himself tonight, doing a nice job scoring.
Lowry from outside, and he's good on the three ball. Lowry's got 14 points here in the second half.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
The Raptors shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Van Vliet outside. And the pass to Trent. Here's Watanabe. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Watanabe's got 6 here in this quarter. Butler kicks to Lowry to take the lead. And the Heat, another three.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now, here's Trent. He's covered by Hero. Trent gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Tucker the pass to Butler. Lowry dishes to Butler. Lowry kicks to Hero. Second shot opportunity. Good. Adebayo's got 20.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Here's Van Vliet. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's to the middle. Here's Tucker, and he banks in the layup. Tucker's got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Toronto calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Fred VanVleet.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, something else we've seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to drop. Big points coming from three-point range right now.
And the Heat call time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Butler finds Robinson from the arc. And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Here's VanVleet. Young pass to Trent. Here's Birch. Another shot. Pass to Watanabe. Goes up again. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to Trent for three. And the three ball is good. Trent's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Tucker can't get it to go. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one. Slip away.
And Miami shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Three-pointer, Lowry knocks down the three ball. Lowry's got 17 points here in the second half.
Lowry letting everybody in the building know if there's a big bucket to be made, get me the ball.
Passes it to Siakam. It's over Tucker. Misses off the left iron. The Heat leading by three. Butler kicks to Adebayo. Down low. On the pass to Robinson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Robinson's got 45 points.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Here's Butler. Good. Nice job down low. And now an 8-point Heat lead.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Outside for Lowry. And again, Miami with the triple.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
Hits it from three-point range.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Timeout called, the Heat. They lead by 12. 9 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Sampson. Here's Vincent. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. Another home win, and I know it's important to make this a tough place for people to come in and steal a win.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to want to come here and play against us. We don't want anybody to want to play against us on the road either. But I definitely think the best thing we can do is win all the home games.
Yeah, you guys are protecting the fort, man. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.